Morning everyone, welcome back. Bank holiday Monday. So I've got the canopy up, that's why it looks a bit dark. I ain't gonna get burnt or scalded today. Right, so where we left off with last night, so yeah, everything's all on now. Belt, chest plate is next, which is down here. I've got a brand new water pump to put on, so I'm gonna whip that off, pull the crank seal out, which is this one here, and you can see I've not cleaned any of this off yet, so I'm gonna get all this sealant off. And then once I've got the sealant off, I'm going to put it in my hot wash. It's just warming up at the minute, it's on 25 I think it is, yeah. Going to put it in the hot wash, blow it all off, put the new gasket in there. I'll put the water pump on afterwards, and I can put the crank seal on afterwards as well, because I've got the proper tools to put them in. Yeah, now I'm going to clean all this down, put the sealant on, and then put it on right up against here, get it all on out of the way. Then once that's on, then I can whip the engine round, put the oil pump on, get the stuff out of the sump, which is down there, give it a damn good clean through, wash all the sump off, sealant on the sump, I can put the sump on. So yeah, I'm going to get cracked on with cleaning this off and get all this lot cleaned, and once I'm a little bit further along, I'll bring you straight back. See you all in a bit. Ta-ra. Welcome back everyone. So I've just made sure all this is nice and clean. I've just put my two little guides in with these, they're a godsend. Just slide it on. These are absolutely perfect for when you've got the engine in the car and you're trying to level it up. Anyone who knows with these, this gets in your way, you end up touching that and you get sealant on it and everything else, and it's a bloody nightmare. But yeah, chest plate's all clean. Put the new seal in here, put all the stuff down. I use Durco. That's the stuff I like to use. I've always used it. It's brilliant stuff. I know other people, I've seen other videos of wet belts where people use the BGA stuff. I'm not knocking it. I've used BGA stuff before in the past on the Peugeots, the PureTechs, and literally the sump leaks on them. It's not something I've done wrong, it's just, I don't know, it's just, I've just gone away from the black seal and stuff. I don't like it. This is why I like to use the Durco. Water pump is off, and there's the bolts for it, there's the front cover, and obviously in the kit I buy, got the new water pump with the new bolts. The kit I buy comes with everything you need. So you've got all the inlet manifold gaskets, the throttle gaskets, that little gasket I just showed you there in the housing, rocker cover gasket, everything literally comes in the kit. You don't have to have nothing. It even comes with the shim washer and everything. There's literally everything is in there. Crank seal, shim washer, so yeah, crank seal, shim washer, and it all comes in the kit complete. So you ain't trying to order this and the other from everywhere else. So yeah, I'm gonna plonk this on, put it on out the way, and I'll get back to you shortly. I'll see you all in a bit. Welcome back everyone. So chest plates all on, they're all torqued up, new water pumps on. Now this water pump was leaking. I didn't know that this was leaking. You can clearly see there it's been leaking. So yeah, good job. At the end of the day, if you're taking it off, you might as well just change it for what it costs. But like I said, I buy complete with everything comes in the kit. The only thing I have left hand is these. I'm not going to tighten them yet, just in case I have to take them back out, because sometimes it can, this wheel can get in the way when you're trying to drop the engine back in. So new crank seal is in. This is your little friction washer, which I've already put in. I'm not going to take it back out, but yeah, these don't come like it from factory. This is how you always know whether it's been done. You can just see it sitting in there, the little friction washer. And then this is the pin, and this is your crank pulley. So I'll show you better now it's off. This is the hole it goes into. Now this is just a reference of, again, This doesn't lock it up, this is just a reference to where your timing is. You've got 3 holes on here, one here, one here, and then you've got that perfectly round hole there. That is the hole it has to go in. I made this mistake on my very first ecoboost I've ever done. It was, make sure you put the pin in the hole and lock it into there. Now, I only looked at what somebody else was doing. I didn't take any notice. It was, there's a hole there, there's a hole there, there's a hole there. And plus, in my defence, it was dark when I was doing the job. You know, I still got lights on, but I was under the car and it was dark. So you have to put it into this one because it will not start. It will not start and it will chuck up error codes. Believe me, I've been there, done it. I've never made the mistake again. So that's where the pin goes in. So all you really need to do is when you put this crank pulley on, put the pulley on. This pulley will spin. You can see it's moving. It's not moving the crank. And then you can just see the hole. Just there. And then what I'm going to do is put this pin in. And that pin's in the right place. Just get the new crank bolts. And the crank bolt. Put the new crank bolt in. And that is it. That pin is in because if that pin wasn't in, I can take the pin out, yeah, and you'll still be able to move that with your hand, you see. Just there. That is literally in, and that is going to stay there now. And just for reference, that one is still in the same place. Right there. But when you torque these up, my God, they've got to be tight. Really, really tight. I've heard rumours of people saying, oh, I'll just do this and I'll just do that. You have to torque them up. It's about, I don't know, it's about 4 or 5 lots of 90 degrees, something like that. But yeah, that's basically as far as I can go with this now. I'm not putting no alternator on, I'm not going to put no AC, well, I can't put the AC pump on because that's still attached in the car because I didn't take the liquid out. But yeah, that's as far as I can go with this now. So I'm going to turn it upside down. I'm going to put the new oil pump on and I'm going to get everything out of the sump, clean all the top of the sump off, wash some of the oil out with some brake cleaner. Then I'm going to put it in my parts washer because this was only cleaned yesterday. It's going to end up getting absolutely filthy again. But I'm just going to brake cleaner that off and then I'll put it in the parts washer and wash it. Once that's done, I'll put the oil pump on. I'll put the oil pump cover on, which I've already washed. Where is it? I've already washed that off already and blowed it all off. Yeah. So this is the new, well, not new, this is the cover that goes over the oil pump and the belt. And then you got your baffle plate down there, well, that's to go on. So yeah, I'm gonna get everything out of that now, clean it all off. I ain't got to worry about the bottom of the engine because it's spotless from when it came back from the engine builders. So yeah, I can't go no further with this side now. As far as I'm concerned, everything's done. I can't even put the rocker cover or nothing on because I've still got to torque it all up, you see. So it's gonna have to go back into the car with it like this, and I can put the rocker cover and that on afterwards. That makes no odds. It's only half an hour job. We're putting the injectors and everything in. So yeah, so there you go. So I'm going to get cracked on with cleaning and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. All right, I'll see you in all a bit. Trap. Welcome back, everyone. So we've cleaned the sump. It's over there now, just drying off. Oil pumps on, oil pump cover, oil pump belt. It's all bolted down, all torqued down. This is all nice and clean. The sump's clean inside. You ain't going to get it spotless. I could put it in my dry blaster and blast the outside, but what's the point? Inside's absolutely perfect. I've buffed all this lot off. I'm just going to get a rag now, some brake cleaner, wipe all the edges round so it's nice and clean. Give this one last blow out inside and then put some sealant on it and put it on. So I'm getting there. I think once the sump's on, I think I'm gonna put the turbo and that on out the way. I'm just hoping it doesn't foul anything and stop me from getting it in the car. It shouldn't, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna measure it all first just to make sure that I can drop it in as it is, because obviously there's only me to get it in, and I know I've done one of these before when I put it in up at the garage when we rebuilt an engine for someone, and yeah, I had issues to try and get the engine level for it to actually go in and meet up with the flywheel and everything, you know. So yeah, okay, I'm gonna get cracked on with cleaning that sump off. I'm gonna go into the car now and go and get all the sump bolts out of the tub, get everything out ready, and then I'm going to put some sealant on and put the sump on out the way. So that's all, that lot's all on out the way then, and all sorted. So yeah, I'll see you all shortly. See you in a bit. Welcome back everyone. So it's starting to look more like an engine now. I've put these knob central switches in. I've put these bearing caps on the end. So this is actual, your actual there's a little, this is where one of your mechanical fuel pump goes onto this. So basically, where is it? There it is. So this little thing here literally goes into there, and then the pump that's attached, this car's got a pump in the tank, but it's also got a lift pump, which is this. The pump bolts onto here, goes into there, and as these rotate the cams, this pushes up and down like that and produces the pumping action. I've put this one on as well. I'm going to literally now put the water housing on, throttle body on, turbo on, inlet manifold on. But I've got all brand new gaskets in the bag, which are there for all this. So I'm going to change all them there, change that one as well there. Put the inlet manifold on. This, to be fair, is easy to do when it's off the vehicle, and when it's in the car, it's yeah, it can be a bit awkward because the water pipes, but do you know what? It is really easy to put on. It's simple. So yeah, I'm gonna get cracked on. Try and get a little bit further along, and I think once all this lot's done, I might even take it off the engine stand then, because I think there's not much more I can do until I've got the flywheel on, new clutch on. Then I can put this locking tool in to lock up the crank. I've got to put the multiplier on the back here as well. I've still got that to put in, which is brand new, that's in the house. So yeah, getting there slowly but surely. Yeah, it's all coming together. So yeah, I'll see you all in a bit once I'm a little bit further along. See you in a bit. Welcome back everyone. So we've got the turbo on, the water housing, the water pipe that runs around the back comes to this, the oil return pipe, and the one that returns it back down into the block. Inlet manifolds all on, throttle body's on. So I think this is more or less about it as far as I can go with it now, apart from these little bits here. This one here, I can put the Torx multiplier on and that, but I'm not going to, because I just don't want it to stop me from getting it back into the car when I put it in the car, you see. That's the only problem I'm going to have. I'm just hoping there ain't too much on there already. Bit of an annoying thing with these, what I hate, they altered these like on the later models, and every one I've done from about 2016 onwards, they all split and break. You can, I mean, look at this, it's all, that's fine, it's just here, it's all cracked. And this one bolt, you always take out one bolt, I think it's this one here, you take it out and it's broke already. It's not the bolt, it's the actual casing. But yeah, that's as far as I can go with it. So this is going to be part 4. I think what my next thing is, put the brackets back on the engine and just lift the engine off the stand. Then now it can sit actually on the sump, because the sump's nice and flat. I'll sit it down on the sump and I can put the flywheel on, put the clutch on, and then it's ready to go back in the car. And then it's just a matter of putting the water pipes on, putting some oil in it, putting all the connectors on, and then we can go for a fire. So hopefully, well, it's Sunday today, I'm not going to bother getting off the stand today. I'm going to leave it, I think, and have a little bit more of a fiddle about with some other stuff and try and clean some of my garage, I think. So yeah, that's going to be it from me. Yeah, you know, it's coming together slowly but surely. There's not a massive amount left to go on it now. So yeah, so that's it from me, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks again for watching. Cheers, bye bye.